I grew up in a very strong Catholic Polish family, so the ethos of our family was very much orientated towards faith formation. And then you add to this that I grew up in a neighborhood that was, we grew up in the center of a neighborhood that had a Benedictine parish and a Benedictine monastery of sisters. So it was all around me. And you have religious all the time asking you the question, did you ever think you might have a vocation? Did you ever think of joining us? So that was always there. And so I think the seed was planted. First of all, I do think our vocation is a gift from God, and our environment nurtures that from different ways. So I had this strong interest, you could say a burning heart, that I think I might want to do this with my life.
I dated very seriously for several years, but that just didn't feel right as we looked towards getting married. Something in me said, I'm really alive when I have several friends or when I can love really broadly. And I love the community gathered and the faith sharing. And so I was beginning to realize that the things that I really enjoyed were what religious life was ideally, and that scared me. But over time, I made a time of retreat and some quieter time, and God was very, very gentle with me, and it's always been a very free journey. But it was more coming to realize this is really who I am, and I'm alive in that journey.
As I went through my senior year of high school, I kept thinking about that question of, prayerfully thinking about what is it that I'm supposed to do? How am I supposed to make a difference with my life? And so I felt a call to explore religious life.
Well, to give your whole life over to a commitment is a big decision. But when I think about all the call stories in Scripture, as the angel Gabriel appears to Mary, she says, fear not, be not afraid. In the Advent season, it's fear not. So I really do think that authentic call has a little bit of fear and trepidation in it. When we're really stepping into who we're really called to be, I think there needs to be a little of that.
Are you willing to bring Christ to these people and to these places? So that really is what I look at and energize me to say, I can do that, and say, this fits me well, and I feel at home here. The prayer, the community life, working with the other brothers and priests really fit what I liked, and said, this has to be part of God's call for me.
The great part about religious life is it's at least 10 years of a journey from the first time you think about religious life till you take perpetual vows. So there's a lot of time to really see how it fits and see how you resonate.
So by the time I came to make perpetual vows, I think I had a much richer appreciation of what the vocation was about. It was a following of Christ. It was in a community of men who were dedicated to forming leaders, educating for faith.
This whole thing about Mary's mission and bringing Jesus to others through the work and the ministry we're doing, that is really where I said, this is it. So after 4 or 5 years, I said, I want to make my vows permanent.
By the time I took perpetual vows, it was realizing, in each step it's been true that it's already happened inside of me. It's just externally acknowledging and celebrating where my relationship with my sisters and with God has already gone.